Have you ever been there? You've been trying to learn a new language, you've downloaded the app, maybe you've even got a crazy long streak going. But the second you have to have a real conversation, you just freeze. What if I told you the problem isn't you? What if it's the entire method we've been taught? We're going to dive into a totally different way of thinking about this, a way that actually works.
I mean, this is the paradox, right? It's so common. On one side, you have the promise. Your app is cheering you on. 300-day streak, amazing. You've got all these little digital trophies. You feel like you're crushing it. But then, reality. You walk into a restaurant or a cafe, and all that confidence just evaporates. Your mind goes completely blank, and just ordering a meal feels like this huge, anxiety-inducing test. It's that massive gap between the game and the real world that we really need to fix.
You know, there's a perfect phrase for this exact feeling. It's a hollow victory. Yeah, you won the game on your phone, you got the high score, but you haven't actually gained the skill that you set out to get in the first place. It's that sinking feeling when you realize all those points and badges don't really translate to real-world confidence. And I bet a lot of us know exactly what that feels like.
So what's the deal? Where does all this frustration come from? Well, it comes from this idea that to learn a language, you have to drink the entire ocean all at once. The way we're usually taught is that you have to learn thousands of vocabulary words, master every single complex grammar rule, and only then are you ready to speak. Honestly, it's not just overwhelming, it's a completely impossible place to start.
But here's the thing, and this is really the key. You don't have to. You really don't. The whole idea of absorbing every word, every phrase, every tense right from day one, it's just a recipe for burnout. Think about it. It's like trying to memorize the entire dictionary before you're allowed to read a single book. It makes no sense. It's not just a bad strategy. It completely crushes your motivation.
Okay, so if trying to drink the whole ocean is a terrible idea, what's the alternative? What if, instead of trying to conquer this massive, intimidating body of water, we just focused on building small, solid, manageable islands of fluency? This one simple idea, it completely changes the game. It's a whole new way to think about mastery.
And that brings us to this really powerful concept, the oasis of mastery. The idea is actually pretty simple, but it's profound. It's all about mastering these specific situations that actually matter to you. The goal isn't to know everything about everything, no way. It's about building real, confident competence right where you need it the most. You're basically creating these little safe harbors of skill in that giant, scary language ocean.
So what do these islands actually look like in real life? Well, they're the situations you're actually going to find yourself in. An island could be something simple, like knowing exactly what to say at the bakery or coffee shop. It could be confidently asking for directions. Or it could be something more complex, like knowing how to present your ideas in a boardroom meeting. Each one is its own little world of language that you can totally master.
And see, the goal here is to be strategic. It's about being smart with your time and your energy. You figure out which islands you need to not just get by, but to actually thrive. If you're a tourist, maybe your islands are restaurants, hotels, and asking for directions. If you're a professional, maybe there are meetings and negotiations. The focus is always on what you can use right now.
All right, so this all sounds good in theory, right? Building islands sounds way better than drinking an ocean. But how do we actually do it? This is where the whole strategy gets really personal. It's time to stop talking about the concept and start thinking about your own life, your own goals. It's time to figure out what your first island is going to be. So I want you to actually think about this for a second. What is the number one most important situation that you need to master right now? What is that one conversation that, if you could just nail it with confidence, would be a total game changer for you? Whatever just popped into your head, that's it. That's your starting point. You can script it out, practice the key phrases over and over, even role-play it until it feels second nature. That is your first island. And that, right there, is the most important thing to take away from all of this. The path to fluency isn't about some far-off day in the future when you magically know everything. It's about taking small, focused, concrete steps right now, today. So forget about the ocean for a little while. Just focus on that one small piece of solid ground you can stand on with total confidence. Figure out what it is, master it, and go build your first island.